I'm spilling coffee on myself. Just got to the camper and it is raining outside. And apparently raining a little bit inside too. Not a big deal though. I gotta put my coffee somewhere. Now that I'm wearing it. So, last time we were out here 2 weeks ago, because I didn't come out here last week, we got all this replaced, got all the plywood screwed down. I need to do a little bit more on this side, but nothing major. Gonna have to replace some of the framing that goes in there, and then, you know, we got the toilet and stuff taken out. I have to fill in that little piece right there. I did mess up. Wasn't paying attention when I did it, but the water lines are supposed to go under the subflooring. So I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. All of the wall is screwed down, so I really don't want to have to take that back out. So I might just cut them off back there and then just get a couple unions and rerun it. But the plan for today is I'm gonna get all this. Plan for today is I'm gonna get all this cleaned out up here, and I'm gonna get this taken apart so I can work on replacing the subflooring in the storage compartment under this bunk. In my opinion, it's probably going to be the easiest way to go about it because it's going to give me the most room, and I'm not trying to work from that tiny door in the side of the camper, which I'll end up having to do work from out there, but you know, I'd rather work a little smarter than harder. Got everything moved out of here and got the plywood up. It was for this one, it's in 3 pieces. I'm sure you can't see it right now. It's pretty dark in here. I forgot to bring my halogen lights. But there's the park cord. It's just supposed to coil up in there. I'm probably gonna take it out and clean it out. It looks like there's a bunch of mouse poop and other stuff in there. This is the storage compartment under the bunk. It's one big piece of plywood. It's got a bunch of screws all the way around it. You're probably not going to get all of them if you go to take yours out. I don't know how they put them in, but their drill must be thinner than mine was. But got lucky, it looks like. Oh crap, too tall for once in my life. This is the only soft spot right here, and I haven't got the flooring up yet, obviously, but it comes over this way. I'm hoping it stops right before it gets to the dinette area. If not, it's not a huge deal. But it's a lot better than what I was expecting as far as plywood replacement. Still don't know what the ledger, well, we know what the ledger looks like. I might have to scab in a piece there. But this is definitely better than I was expecting so far. I'm not the superstitious type, but I'll take good luck when I can get it. Got all the mouse poop swept up the vacuum. Got this cleaned out. While the GoPro was charging, I did run and get my lights. That way I can see a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and get this laminate linoleum crap you see in your laundry room stuff pulled out. I'm gonna start a time lapse and get all this pulled out. got it out, and as you can see, I'm not going to replace this. It's too much work to have to replace these. I'll just rip down a 2x4, scab it in next to it, probably one on both sides, just to make sure it's plenty strong, and then just put screws into it. Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same thing on the ledger board. It's not super bad right here. It's not even wet. It's a little spongy in certain areas, but it's really a lot of work to replace it for a 2-foot area. So I think I'm just going to scab on the back of it and do it that way, just because there's still plenty of solid wood there. I'm going to go ahead and get in here with a circular saw and probably rip down to probably come up about a foot from the door, and rip from the wall out to this joist and rip down this way. Somehow I have to get under the dinette, under this chair right here, or this bench, and get in there and replace that plywood. I don't even know that it's worth replacing because it's such a small spot. So yeah, I'm gonna think about that one while I go ahead and get this cut out. Go ahead and get you set up on another time lapse. Things might turn out to be a little bit better than I thought. So this joist right here, I don't know if they messed up or if it's just a wider beam, but the beam that it's supposed to be on also runs on this side of it. I'm probably still going to scab in 2 pieces over this rotten spot, just to be safe, but I don't have to. This wire right here, this red one, I don't know if you can see it, but that one there in that spot, I'm sure you can see it shining just a little bit, at least on the screen. Mice started chewing the insulation off of it, so I'm considering abandoning the wires that are already in here, because I haven't had the entire floor up, at least from the door back. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, there were some spots up front that were like that. So I'm thinking I'm just going to cut it off up front and rerun from the front through the wall, through where the fridge is, come to here, come down and under, and then run it to the taillight there and the taillight there. That way it's all in one place. That way if the mice ever decide to get in it again, it won't be hard to figure out where the wires are or get to them. Up under where the fridge is now, there is an access panel underneath. It's where the battery cable hooks up to run from the batteries up front to the distribution block back here in the fuse panel. I can't remember if the taillights go into it or not. I don't think they do. But that'll be something I, do a little bit later. But I'm just brainstorming now. Something to think about when I get ready to go, replace the 14.2 Romex and run Romex to the front. New outlets I'm going to put in. I'm going to go rip down some 2x4s, and then we'll come back and get some time lapse of me installing them. Got the plywood out from under the wall right there. Got it out from under right there. I'm going to replace underneath the dinette. It's not a very big spot. I put my hand up in there. It's not very big, so I'm gonna have to move all this stuff and just pull the linoleum out and just cut that spot out. I'm going to go ahead and charge the GoPro, and then I'm in the rain, unfortunately, gonna have to make a run to Home Depot to get some plywood to put in here. I don't have enough, and I'd really rather not piece it together. I'd rather just get one piece, put it in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run and get that piece, and then I'll come back and get this stuff right here moved, and then we'll get it put in. That went better than I expected. Got the scab for the ledger board glued in, and I decided to put liquid nails on it just to kind of give it that extra little bit of strength. Screwed it from both sides. Got the plywood pieced in. I screwed up right here and had to put in a little piece, but you'll never see it once the bunk's back in here and the new flooring's on it. It did come through into here. I need to screw it in real quick right there. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the speaker out, take this dome light out, and try and get this piece of Luan out. I'd like to get in and look at these trusses right here, and then this one here, and see about getting some plywood made to glue to them and screw to them, just to kind of give them a little bit more strength. So I'm going to go ahead and get these lights down, get this stuff out, and then see about getting this piece of Luan out of here. See what we can do. Got these braces for the trusses cut out. One for here and one for here. So I'm gonna set the camera up and I'm gonna glue them and then just put a couple screws in to hold them. And the reason I'm doing that is just because all the water that was in these, just to kind of give it a little more strength. So you can see I was pretty liberal with the liquid nails. When it comes to applying stuff with liquid nails, there's no such thing as too much, really. Usually the goopier it is, the better it holds. But yeah, the screws aren't going to do much because the wood was got wet for a while and stayed wet, so it broke down pretty well. But the plywood should help with a lot of that.